Good afternoon, YouTube. Hardball Crazy come back to the video today. Proud to have added card to my Hall of Fame PC, and I think I'm gonna see by the video of the last 40 game winner. And I have think about doing a little side project too. Um, First of all, my new addition, the last 40 game winner. We all know that Denny McLain is the last 30 game winner in 1968, but do you know who the last 40 game winner is? I should cue the Jeopardy theme music. But it is 1908, Ed Walsh, Hall of Fame pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. Big Ed Walsh won 40 games, 1908. I think he won 41, I believe. And last 40 game winner. Most of the guys are pretty much 40 game winners are pretty much turn of the century 19 century guys. And when they pitch like every day, every other day. This is my first 1914 Polo's Ground cards. I love this card because it's got the image of Polo Grounds in the back. Ed Walsh is also the career Major League Baseball leader in ERA, career ERA, like a 1.8586, somewhere in there. But this is my first card from Ed Walsh. So I think this is Hall of Fame card number, player number 204, I think. Try to get as many Hall of Famers from their playing days as much as I can. I think that's 187th player. Pretty much all I need are pre-war guys, player-wise. And add him to my collection. 1914 Polo's Ground, of course, is a game piece. It was popular back in the day with the likes of 1913 National Game, 1913 Tom Barker, 1911 Nap Lajoie had his own one. This is my first Polo Grounds one. Do have a couple cards from other playing card games type deals. This is my first Polo Grounds. And to my PC project, I'm thinking about, I kind of have a few already, and I've picked up a few just here and there because I always liked them. I love the 1914 card here. It's got the picture of the panoramic view of the Polo Grounds, kind of snapshot of baseball and history, American history. I always thought of having a starter project, have an actual image, baseball card image, where you can see as much as the background of the stadium they played in as much as they can. So like, here's a perfect example, my 1970 Topps Ike Brown card with the Tigers. You can see a great image of Tiger Stadium in the back with the bleachers and such. Try to get as many different stadiums I can get in the background in different years. The old stadiums, the new stadiums, the renovated stadiums. I have like a Bill Buckner card from 1981 that's got Wrigley Field on it in the back. And I have the more modern Chris Bryant card from Stadium Club that has more the renovated version of Wrigley Field in the back. So it's kind of a before and after type deal. But of course, I got cards like Fenway Park in the background is good ones, and the Green Monster, and the modern day Stadium Club's got some stuff in it. But I like to try to get some cards of old images of old Polo Grounds and Ebbets Field and Yankee Stadium and different fields as much as I can in the back with the panoramic in the natural pose. Nothing that's kind of cropped in front. Nothing like this where it's just in the background, the back. But I'm trying to find good ones. I think I'm going to try to see what I can do and add that to my LOPC, to my collection, baseball history, my collection. And one last card I'm going to show you off is, speaking of stadiums, for my Legal League PC, I added, I don't really have a really good Josh Gibson card. Of course, he doesn't have any playing days card. His uber expensive Toloteros actually came out a couple years afterwards, as close as you can get. But that card, if you could actually find it, is going to cost you a pretty penny up in the T206 Wagner ballpark. It's probably even more rare than that, and it's probably more of a holy grail of a card than the T206 Wagner. Wagners you actually see on auctions now and then. I don't think I've ever seen a Josh Gibson Toloteros. It's not a reprint. Even the reprints sell on eBay for $50 or so, just kind of not so. But I don't really like playing collect cards of post-playing day of players. Get some shiny refractor or numbered card of guys from the 50s and earlier, 60s and earlier. It doesn't feel right, look right. I just don't want a random common Conlon type card or one of the Hall of Fame cards. So I try to get something decent. So I get memorabilia cards when I can, relic cards. So I added a relic card of Josh Gibson. And this is not a bat card. There is a bat card, a high-end card, and that's like a 4-digit card almost, or a high 3. But this is a Bowman Sterling card, and it's actually a piece of Forbes Field on it. So, of course, that's the old ballpark in Pittsburgh. And upon doing research before this video, I thought Pittsburgh Crawfords played in Forbes Field, but they actually didn't. They played at Greenlee Park, named after Gus Greenlee, the owner. But the Homestead Grays played at Forbes Field along with the Pirates. And so kind of adds a little less luster to this card, but at least I can say that the Crawfords played away games at Homestead Grays games at this park, so he actually did play here. But this is my Josh Gibson card in my collection officially. Kind of like a add to my PC. Have a decent Josh Gibson card instead of having just some random newer card of him. I got a couple big Negro League playing days cards coming in. One super rare white glove treatment if I had a white glove, but maybe in the future when I get these cards in, I can show off maybe do a newer Negro League PC collection I have going on right now, playing days cards and relics and autographs and such. So that's my Josh Gibson card for the Forbes Field, piece of Forbes Field. Not a huge stadium relic card guy because they're not as cool as the player used, but you know what? It's still a relic card and it's still a piece of baseball history. And I don't know how many pieces of Forbes Field there are, but it is many great games played there. It started out in 1909, or the first year of the Pirates, when they went to the World Series, and all the way to 1970, where the Pirates moved into Three River Stadium. So it was many decades of Pirate championships and Pirate teams, and many good games played there, away and home teams. So happy to add this Josh Gibson card to my collection, and add it to my Hall of Fame collection of Ed Walsh. Rambled long enough, so I'll just end it here, and I'm excited to do a couple of my next couple of videos, and thank you for watching. I'll have a good night.